Good day, happy travelers, vacation travel hacks here with Seven Continents Travel Agency. Today we are talking about Norwegian Cruise Lines shore excursion options at the U.S. Virgin Islands, St. Thomas. So if you're watching this, you're going to St. Thomas and you want to see what Norwegian Cruise Lines has to offer, or you're thinking about going on Norwegian Cruise Lines and stopping at St. Thomas and want to see what they have to offer. So let's hop right into it and show some of the excursion options that Norwegian Cruise Lines offer. I should probably start off by saying you technically don't have to do anything. And that's the beautiful thing about it. You don't even have to get off the ship. As a matter of fact, staying on the ship can be an excursion in and of itself because everyone else gets off the ship. So while everyone's on the ship, there's a line for everything. And while everyone's gone, that's like an excursion. It's a different experience. You get the pool largely to yourself, water slides mostly to yourself, buffets, food, whatever, coffee line for a latte or an espresso. It's all yours. Or you're like, hey, you know what? I don't know if I want to drop some coin on an excursion. Excursions range between 50, 200 and more dollars. Yeah, just hop off the ship, do some shopping. And U.S. Virgin Islands, St. Thomas is a great place to do that. Maybe not necessarily duty-free prices. That wasn't my experience. But nevertheless, let's talk about excursion options. And perhaps next to the Southern Caribbean, I think U.S. Virgin Islands has some great snorkeling options and other things. I think my family broke up into three, and we did several different things here. So there are 33 different excursion options offered by Norwegian Cruise Lines. And the first one at the top there is St. John's Champagne, Catamaran, Sail and Snorkel. It's 4.5 hours. Got some good reviews. So if you like to, the thing about a catamaran that perhaps I'm not a huge fan of is the seats here. And Norwegian, unlike perhaps the other cruise lines, during the excursion review, they give you videos. Kind of look at this, and even some ambiance, some sound. Look at this.
St. John is a lovely place because 2/3, almost 3/4 now of the island is national park.
The water.
So it's a pristine place.
So you can watch that. I guess I could just play a video of them playing videos. All right. So there are. So you'll sail across Pillsbury Sound over to a different island of St. John, and you will do whatever you need to do there. It's a moderate activity, snorkeling, just pace yourself. Water was pretty comfortable when I was there. When was I there? December, yes. So when I was there in December, it was pretty comfortable. The reviews are pretty good for this one. That's just the seats on a catamaran aren't necessarily the most comfortable. And it looks like we won't be reading reviews today, but they want to let you know that, hey, it's good. The reviews are really good. You won't believe it. I'll show you a different option a little later off of a third-party site. They'll let you read the reviews, but they want you to trust them. Hey, this is a good excursion. So if you like snorkeling, sea turtles aplenty. The waters were largely calm, and as you see in this picture here, pretty peaceful. I recommend it. We didn't go snorkeling at St. John, but we did end up at Honeymoon Beach, and that was pretty fantastic. So off to the next excursion. We'll scroll down here, and we will hop back over here, open up a new link, because it looks like opening up the review created a little bit of a loop. Here we are. So more, you got St. John's snorkeling. You got just Castaway Shipwreck Sail and Snorkeling. So if you want to go look at a shipwreck, yep, there's the sea turtles. So there's a lot of different snorkeling options. 3 so far. Skyride, this is what my parents did. They hopped off the ship, went up to Skyride. Lots of pictures of the area there, and it looks just it's like a postcard. You're literally living in a postcard, and you know what? Who doesn't like being in a postcard? So that's a nice 4-hour excursion, and Skyride. Imagine like you're going on a ski lift, a gondola, if you will. Then if you don't like snorkeling at St. John's, you can go take a beach break at St. John's. That's nice. And then you got the twice as nice Catamaran Sail and Snorkel. So you get to go snorkeling 2 times. So make 2 different stops in 3.5 hours. You can head over to St. John's on your own. We'll take you there, and then you just figure out what you want to do. You just head on over there, and then you do it. Then there's a different boat to snorkel. So there's snorkeling any which way you like. I'm telling you, snorkeling was good there. It was offered aplenty. $129. Kids are pretty cheap, $79 for this. So they'll get you over to snorkeling fast on the Turbo Cat, and then you can snorkel. Then another St. John's escape, but this is probably not on a catamaran. Up here's Honeymoon Beach. It's a cycle boat, so you can all, if you didn't like sitting on a catamaran going to the St. John's or any of the other destinations here, you can. Well, you're going to get there the faster you paddle. Maybe not powerboat fast, but nevertheless, it's worth noting that all these places, and just imagine St. Thomas can hold, it looks like 3 cruise ships pretty easily, maybe a 4th. So St. Thomas, you get there, your cruise ship pulls in, and there's a bunch of boats, and hundreds of people pouring on each of these boats, and all of these boats are largely going to the same place. They're going to these places. So this picture here, the Power Cat snorkel, that is a true representation of, this is just you, but there'll be other boats, and there will be flags up and sounds, and it's safe, but but I don't want to say that people are swimming on you, but you're not by yourself by any stretch. All right, so this is the first 30. There's 33 different excursions. We're 12 down. What do we know so far? Beach and snorkeling and the catamaran. Then we got Coral World at Ocean Park. Then this is if you like animals, the different excursion types at cities, beaches, snorkeling, selfie things, selfie excursions, and then hanging out with animals. And this is your opportunity to hang out with animals. So you'll have 2.5 hours around the self-guided Coral World next to Koki Beach there. And you can see creatures, animals. So there you go. Endangered sea turtles too. So it'll be a lot of fun. Here's the panoramic. If you want to go shopping, a little, what do you call it? Retail therapy. You're in luck. Hop off the boat. Take you around, and this harbor is just it truly is really nice. So you take the Skyline Drive there, head up into the hills, and you just start taking pictures. Your friends won't believe it. They'll be like, "Hey, where did you go?" I went to St. Thomas. I don't believe it. Show me a picture. Here's a picture. I don't believe it. That's photoshopped. It's too nice, and it is. More overlooks. Yep. Hey, that's what I like about Norwegian. As I go on other excursions, nobody has selfie excursions. I mean, it's implied you can take a selfie, but they say, hey, for 4 hours, we're taking excursions, $150. So there you go. So that's just for selfies. They're going to take you to places that are perfect for selfies. This one, and now we're starting to, we talked about shopping. Now we're mixing shopping with beaches. And then, so you got this beach here, but what if you want to go to Megan's Bay without shopping? That's below. So shopping actually is $4 more, but it's a 5-hour excursion. So the value is in this one. Hey, we're going to go shopping. This one's just 3 hours. This other one's 5. So the value is with the 5-hour excursion. Here is a sky ride again. You get to go up. $35 ain't too bad, and the pictures are memorable. Here you can go to the top of the mountain. You can go shopping and go downtown. 3 hours. Here you got Tiki Beach and Sightseeing. That's $100. St. John's Island tours. Just like I said, if you need to get different islands off of your list, there you go. If you like hiking, ta-da! 4-hour excursion, 45-minute boat ride each way. So the true excursion time is about 2 hours, 45 minutes. We haven't seen well, we saw hiking, right? But we haven't seen hiking, snorkeling, and kayaking yet. So now we've merged those things together. So there's no wrong excursion. It's really coming down to, hey, what does your family care to do? If you've watched any of my other videos, my dad's in the Navy. He doesn't like doing things in the water. He likes a cruise ship, but he doesn't like hanging out in the water. He prefers just to hang out in the city and shopping. Well, my mom likes shopping, and he likes hanging out with my mom. My brother did this. He did this excursion. He enjoyed it very much, and he thinks everyone should do it. So if you like going underwater with a helmet, well, ta-da, you know, $170, you got it. And then a different kind of helmet. You got the Boss Underwater Adventure there. It's kind of like an underwater jet ski. Some accessible options are available. If you want to do a scuba, $180, you can do some scuba. Lots of accessible options here. Here's your scuba and snorkel. We're mixing scuba and snorkel here. What about Champagne Harbor Cruise? Just go around for a couple hours. Here's Sapphire Beach. We were supposed to go there, but the weather didn't let us. And it's worth noting on a cruise that if the weather's bad, the water's choppy, the cruise gets canceled for any reason, they do a pretty good job of taking care of you. So just said, hey, you want your money back if you can't go here, or you want to go somewhere else. So that's what Norwegian offered. There are third-party offers available. Typically, they cut out the middleman, and the middleman being the cruise ship, so they can be cheaper, or things that just frankly aren't offered by the cruise line. A couple of items of note: if something happens, the cruise line typically takes care of you. Here, you're at the mercy of the third party. Not saying they won't take care of you. There's a lot of notes, reviews that in terms of reputation and whatnot. So that's good. But if they take transit, let's say you're going to St. John's, for example, you're on their boat, you're going to St. John's, and the boat breaks down. Now you're gonna, you need them to get a different boat to take you back in before the cruise ship leaves. And that's the thing about it. It's pros and cons. Yeah, you're paying a little bit more, but on a cruise ship excursion, they're going to take care of you, and so the savings would have to be significant. So let's take a look here. What do they offer on Vider? It would typically be a lot of the same things. You may want to consider doing this if some of the things get sold out. For example, there's also things that we didn't see. What about your own catamaran, right? $1,500. What about your luxury catamaran sail and snorkel? That's $150. Luxury, though. And it's likely to sell out. It's likely. It says it right there. We didn't see any parasailing on Norwegian. Well, there you go. $150. You can do that. There's Turtle Cove. There's a turtle hanging out of the water. I'm telling you, they are there. You wouldn't, if you've never seen it before, you wouldn't believe it, but they're there. There's a private boat catamaran. Beach hopping. Look at them. Hey, we're beach hopping. You got some more boats. Cocktail Sunset. That's real. You've seen pictures of this my whole life until I started doing this, and then it's real. Here you can go to Marriott's Frenchman's Cove, so you get an opportunity to head out to their resort to do some nighttime excursions. A walking food tour. We didn't see a food tour per se. Although in shopping tours, food is typically implied. So if you're a foodie, you like getting out and hanging out and seeing what the deal is on the food situation in the U.S. Virgin Islands, you're in luck. Otherwise, you can take a private sightseeing tour, cocktails, shop, see, and splash. This is a little cheaper than the other one. It's $40 versus the other one. And then if you like zip lining, my kid does. There's a zip lining tour. So long story short. You will dock right here. Here's about where are the three? I'm telling you, three can probably fit. There's Marriott's Frenchman Cove. Great shopping right here. This is if you're into the free excursion. Great shopping right here. It's not too long of a walk to the waterfront over in this area, and it's fantastic. It's, as I say, most of my Caribbean shore excursions. It is one of my favorite. I just haven't run into too many islands that I wouldn't say isn't my favorite. They're all a lot of fun. So anyway, whether you do nothing, just hang out in the cruise ship and take advantage of the low occupancy amenities, hop off the cruise ship, do some shopping, or shell out some coin to do an experience that will last a lifetime, as they say. There's no wrong way to cruise. So until the next video, I hope you travel safe. And if you're looking for someone to help you book a cruise and talk to Excursions, well, now you know a guy. Seven Continents Travel Agency. My name's Emerson, and I'll see you in the next video.